Penn State coach James Franklin. Now, Coach, we're going to get to that Iowa matchup in a second. But let's rewind a little bit and go back to Saturday. You were up 56-0 on Georgia State. You took a timeout, and to a lot of people, it looked like you were icing kicker Brandon Wright. It worked because he missed it. You could tell us, I thought it was Boss. I hope you were trying to ice him. Keep it real. Did you try to ice him to preserve the shutout?
No, actually, I've been doing this for 23 years. I've never worked a fourth. We had our fourth team in the game at the time, and we've never worked a fourth team field goal block. So we called timeout to send our second team field goal block on the field to block it. We play to a standard here. I don't care what the score is. I don't care what the situation is. We're going to try to block the field goal. We're not just going to, give up points or give up a play. So we called the timeout to go block the field goal. There's no doubt about that.
Well, see, Coach, the reason why, we thought you might have been icing the kicker to preserve that shutout is because last week you trolled Pitt by saying it was just like beating Akron, which I'm sure went over well with your fans. So we figured, Jay, you were on a mission this year to make a statement.
That's right.
Well, the people that follow us know that I say that every single week. But when you take a small section of the press conference and put it out nationally, it has a completely different context. But that's how it is. I live with it. The most important thing for me is to get our team ready to play. And the people that follow us week in and week out, listen to all my press conferences, I say that every single week. So it is what it is. But I'm comfortable with what we're doing here at Penn State.
You should be 127 to nothing with a couple of those two shutouts. Anyway, so I want to talk about a guy, speaking of getting ready to play, Saquon Barkley. 12-1 odds right now to win the Heisman, fifth best in the country, but the best of any non-QB. We can see how special he is on Saturday. What makes him special the rest of the week behind the scenes?
He's been an awesome kid, really, kind of throughout the whole process, through the recruiting process, from the day he showed up on campus, everything we've asked him to do academically, athletically, socially, the whole package. He's done it. He's the guy that we got to drag out of the stadium after the game, sign an autograph. He's handled all this success so well, better than any kid his age I've ever been around. I would have never been able to handle all the attention he's been able to get. And he's just been tremendous. He's when your best player is your hardest working guy on your team, it kind of sends a message for the whole organization.
All right, let's talk about the matchup this weekend. As I mentioned, Iowa is 3-0 against top 5 teams at home in the last 10 seasons. So what's the most important thing you hope to drive home to your players this week about that game?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for agreeing to wear blue during the Michigan State-Penn State game this year.
No, you're not going to get me. No,
that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
I obviously got so much respect for Iowa and Coach Ferentz and their program. You look at over the last 10 games, Penn State versus Iowa, they have a winning record against us. We're obviously going to their venue. It's a night game. It's a stripe out from what I understand. Last year, I remember watching a night game at their place when they were able to beat Michigan when Michigan was ranked pretty highly. So, we know we're up for a tremendous battle. They have one of the more consistent programs in the country built up front with their O-line and D-line. They got a special running back, so this is going to be a real challenge. It's our first game on the road. And, I know we're going to work all week long like crazy to make sure our guys are prepared to go compete.
All right, we want to end this on a lighthearted note real quick. A friend of mine was actually at your game on Saturday, and he couldn't help but notice the fun environment, the fact that you're playing a lot of Meek Mill and Lil Uzi during the games. Despite the fact that there's a lot of stakes, a lot of things at stake, rather, this season for your team, and you're in the thick of a national championship hunt, how do you sort of maintain that sense of fun and create that kind of environment?
Well, I think ultimately this is a game. And I think, a lot of coaches and a lot of programs take themselves way too serious. And I want our guys to work hard. But I think one really important lesson to learn in life is, if you can have fun while you're working hard, you're going to do the work anyway. You're going to come to work, or you're going to come to practice, and you're going to have to do these duties. So we might as well have fun while we're doing it. And then when we want to play on Saturday night, I want them to be loose. I want them to be confident. I want the stadium rocking. We had 102,000 at the game last week. We had 109,000 the week before. it's a big party. I got all my friends, all my family, 109 of my closest friends and relatives in the stadium, and we're going to party and have a good time.
All right.
Always a good time talking
Definitely.
to you,
And playlist suggestion, rake it up. There you go.
Couldn't help it.
Thanks, Coach.
Good luck against Iowa. We appreciate you.